And that, let me tell you, was the best choice I ever made. If I had left my family for this man, I would have struggled even harder. So I'm glad that I chose to leave. It was it was just my first boyfriend. All right, so now my parents are, well, my mom usually was like, find yourself a guy or I'll find one for you. By 23, I want to get you married or engaged. And I was like, oh my God. Okay, so I presented my family with the most perfect guy. He was taller than me. He was a Sikh man. He wore a turban. That was like, my parents were just like, oh my God, in awe that she like brought home the guy from our checklist. And I did. I brought home the man from their checklist. Did I really like him that much? Okay. He was a really nice guy. He was educated like my parents wanted, came from the same like religion, the same background, the same, the same, we don't believe in caste, but of course came from the same like social class that my family belongs. We're not supposed to believe it as Sikhs, but guess what? It's still there, right? So I present him to my family, he presents me to his family, and both families, with struggles, liked each other. We got married, and I was married to him for like 4.5 years. And I struggled in my marriage for the longest time because, one, I wasn't in love with him, and he never really gave me a reason to be in love with him. He was always partying and drinking and always wanted to go to the city and just, have a good time. I mean, I remember so many times driving from the city back to Rockland County and doing like, I was always the DD because I really didn't care much about drinking. And so I remember this one day that him and his friends got out of the car on the George Washington Bridge, and they ran around the car and then got back in the car. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, like, what am I gonna do? These guys are all drunk and I'm gonna drive if I have to drive. So anyways, I got in the car and I was like, don't you guys ever do that again. But that was just one thing. That was the immaturity of this. And then every weekend there was like a party at my house, and it was too much. And then I started to realize that, this is not fun anymore. I don't want to party. I don't want to keep partying. I was like ready to have a family, and I was ready to like start my own life, but this guy just wasn't ready for it. Not only was he drinking all the time, but he was like partying, and then he'd be gambling. So all of our money was going to like weekend gambling, drinking, partying. So I started to realize that like, this isn't good,